Jason Isaacs, you're known for being very vocal on Twitter, and you come up with pithy, witty remarks in 140 characters or less. I've got some subjects here, some categories, things that are hot topics, things that are going on.
Do you realise I sit there for hours fiddling with these things, trying to whittle it down from 142 characters to 141, and then think that's not funny enough and change it. So it's never off the cuff. That's the joy of Twitter.
Let's see how well you do here. I'm going to throw some subjects at you. I'm going to
have low expectations. And
they're really high. They're incredibly high. Right, first of all, what are your thoughts on Brexit?
Who's got any thoughts on Brexit? Certainly not the British government or any of the people negotiating for us. It's a catastrophe from every direction. The clowns negotiating it weren't in favour of it in the first place anyway. That's an ideal team to send in.
What are your thoughts on aliens?
I think one of the Star Trek directors has done a movie about alien abduction, has interviewed some very impressive people. He's utterly convinced it's really happening, and people are being anally probed in all the wrong ways all over the world all the time. I'm trying to keep an open mind and closed buttocks.
What are your thoughts on Netflix as a platform?
Oh, fantastic. I found it to be a joy, and also I watch. I'm a Netflix, I'm a binging junkie, so it's an amazing way to watch, and they're an amazing company to work for. And they pay me.
What are your thoughts on Elon Musk's Mars travel and Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic? Is that something you'd be interested in?
I met the first African-American woman astronaut recently as part of the Star Trek publicity tour, and she told me something amazing, which is that both Richard Branson and Elon Musk get a lot of money from NASA. I thought they were funding it personally. So my thoughts are, I'll go in the second tranche of visitors. Thanks very much.
What are your thoughts on the rise of Donald Trump?
I can't be funny about Donald Trump. You know, the satire stops there at his front door. I think he's an incredibly dangerous, deluded, sociopathic personality who has degraded politics and the notion of public service, and holds a sword over all of our lives and our futures.
What are your thoughts on typecasting?
Well, there's no such thing as typecasting. You get type offered things.
Okay.
You don't have to take the job unless you're broke. So I'm very often asked if I'd like to do something, and it's just a rerun of something I've already done. Okay. And when I can, I say no. And if it's somewhere really lovely and it's the kind of paycheck that will allow me to do 3 or 4 fun indies afterwards, I maybe twice in my life said yes. One of those movies collapsed, thank God, before we started. And the other one is I have the stink of shame around me for all time.
What are your thoughts on Twitter as a platform?
Well, I personally am very confused about what I'm meant to be doing. I get very angry about Trump and injustice in the world when I'm speaking to the converted, apart from the fascists and bots who troll me, and then I engage with them for what reason I don't know. I think it's an amazing medium for people who are oppressed and can't get their voice out. I also think it has helped to devalue real journalism, and people who are following, not just Twitter, but other forms of social media, are increasingly find it hard to tell the difference between proper journalism, where things have been fact-checked and corroborated, and real journals who are seeking the truth, and other people who are just pumping lies out. So it's just a medium. It's like one of my thoughts on the pen and paper. It's how it's used and who's reading it.
What are your thoughts on Vladimir Putin?
Well, Putin is the richest man in the world, and he's been president and prime minister and will be president again. And he's an unstoppable and dangerous force. He's at least more, and he is single-handedly in many ways responsible for destabilizing the West and the rise of the right and Trump's election and the Brexit vote. And he's put in, all these things are incredibly well documented, and it's odd how Trump and his supporters want to dismiss it when you can't dismiss the findings of every intelligence service in the world. And what my thoughts are, I'm scared shitless of him, as we all should be.
Yeah. What are your thoughts of the #MeToo campaign on Twitter?
I don't know what is there to think other than it's the right, it's about time, but it was always time that people shouldn't be abusing, women shouldn't be abusing their authority, their economic superiority, and obviously not breaking the law and criminally assaulting or raping people. So it's great that now people are able to tell their stories, but will it be the harbinger or catalyst for long-term proper institutional change? I don't know. I mean, I've worked for the big studios. When you work for big studios and television companies, you have to do a full day of sexual harassment course. And so it's not like people don't know what the rules are and how they ought to behave. It's, are the mechanisms in place for those things to be challenged, for there to be consequences if you break them?
What are your thoughts of the rise of serialized TV, released at once but a very long form way of storytelling versus films?
It's confusing for me because I like watching it like that. But then if you work on something for many months or for, a year or longer, and then it's out and gone. And most television up to this day has been funded by advertising. Now, those serialized things are not. Those serialized things are funded by subscription. And there should be a variety of ways to watch things and a variety of ways to fund things also. It's an odd feeling to work on something for a very long time and it go out, and then within a week, most people who are going to watch it have watched it. But I personally am addicted to binging. I'm not able to stop a show that I like. I'm very often watch till dawn, close the curtains and finish something.
What are your thoughts on London as a city?
Well, I'm in London. I was born in Liverpool. I live in the city. It's the greatest city in the world. And it always embarrasses me when people come and visit and I look up things for them to do and I realise all these things are going on under my nose all the time. And I don't go and do most of them. But just to stand on a tube platform and see and experience the rush and the range of talent and energy in the city is dizzying.
Jayson, Айзекс, thank you very much.